Can't sleep? With the power of the humble game manual, I shall attempt to help you drift off to game-themed slumber. So relax, and let's revisit this relic of gaming days gone. Haven, Call of the King. The story. 1,000 years ago, the good king Athelion departed his home world to fight in a glorious intergalactic crusade. Athelion left behind a giant bell called the Golden Voice atop the Mountain of Sighs, to be rung to call his return should he ever be needed. While away, an evil being named Lord Vetch arrived and enslaved Athelion's people, commanding them to work tirelessly in the mines and fields, gathering ore for his orbiting station. To ensure their continued work, Vetch infected every slave with a deadly virus, which require a constant dose of antidote. By controlling the supply of antidote, Katana, Vetch could make sure that no insubordination was possible. Vetch had only one concern: the Golden Voice. He made sure the slave population had no knowledge of the voice or of the king's promise. Just to be safe, he placed massive security around the mountain itself so that no one could ever get close enough to ring the bell. Recently, a young man named Haven, who knew no life other than slavery, began to be haunted by dreams of heroism, dreams of a bell, dreams of a king. When his careless admission of these visions reached the ears of one of Vetch's spies, Lord Vetch immediately commanded that Haven be destroyed. Haven barely escaped death and found himself banished in unfamiliar territory, with only his wits and a limited supply of katana. Will Haven discover the meaning of his dreams and find the Golden Voice? Or will Vetch find him first? The HUD, Haven's Gauntlet, Health, displays a meter of how much health Haven has. In order to increase his health, he must collect hearts during his quest. Weapon power. When acquiring special energy sources, Haven's mag ball can be temporarily modified into several powerful weapons. Each weapon can only be used for a short time before the energy source is depleted. The weapon power meter will only appear when Haven acquires the special weapon. Antidote meter. Display represents the amount of antidote, katana, that you are currently carrying. As Haven goes through his journey, he must constantly consume and replenish his supply of katana, or the deadly virus will begin to affect his health. Don't let Haven run out of antidote. Shield energy. This meter serves two important purposes. When Haven is on foot, he can use his shield energy to deflect enemy fire, perform a variety of shield-enhanced attacks, and power up different kinds of machinery and energy pads. When Haven pilots vehicles and ships, the shield energy meter acts as a health gauge for that vehicle. When the meter is depleted, the vehicle is destroyed. Orb. Haven's wrist orb is a multifunctional guide to Haven's environment. When Haven pilots a vehicle, it will serve as a radar. It will provide hints when Haven strikes a hint pot, and it will instruct him on how to operate machinery. Haven cannot afford to ignore the advice he'll get from his wrist orb. Radar key. White dot. Haven. Red dot. Enemy craft or weapon. Blue dot. Item to collect. Yellow dot. Key location. Main menu. Main menu screen. New game. Selecting new game will allow you to start a new Haven journey. Load game. This will allow you to load a saved game from your memory card. Game options. Allows you to choose vibration on or off and center the screen. Sound options. Gives you the ability to control the volume for speech, music, sound effects, an ability for surround sound on or off. Extras. Access to concept art and Making of Haven feature. Goals and options menu. Options menu. Game options. Allows you to choose vibration on or off and to center the screen. Sound options. Gives you the ability to control the volume for speech, music, sound effects, an ability for surround sound on or off. Load and save, where you'll be able to save, load, or delete a current saved file off your memory card. Replay a level. You'll be able to replay a level that you've already accomplished. Quit game. Allows you to quit the current level that you're playing. Exit. You'll be able to exit out of the options menu and return to your current game. Collectible items. Heart icons. Collecting the heart icons will add 1 life point to Haven's health meter on the HUD. Katana. Vetch has poisoned Haven and all his people with a life-draining virus. Doses of natural antidote, Katana, can be found all over the solar system. Haven must continually replenish his supply, or he'll become too sick to continue. Every 10 units of Katana acquired is registered as a new green point on the HUD. Shield energy. Energy is needed for Haven to perform special attacks and for his defensive shield. Haven's energy meter will deplete each time the user performs a special attack or powers up machinery. Collecting energy particles will add energy back to his energy meter on the HUD. Feathers. Haven will sometimes need assistance from his mechanical bird, Talon. No matter how far Haven may have become separated from his companion, he can call Talon by collecting feathers and bringing them to special obelisks located throughout the worlds. Feathers are not easy to find, but the rewards offered by Talon's assistance can be great. Cogs. In addition to being an amateur inventor, Haven is also an expert mechanic If he can locate an adequate number of cogs, 1 to 5 depending on the task, he can restore many broken down machines and devices to working order. Cogs are available in almost all environments, so always keep an eye out for them. Hero Stones. On the Island of Heroes, Haven can prove his worth by collecting 4 of these legendary stones. The game will auto-save after a hero stone is collected, so a stone that is found cannot be lost. Silver Keys. Some levels contain floating silver keys. If Haven collects enough of these keys, he may be able to open some very stubborn pots. Shield Dragons. If you look closely at fire pots, you'll sometimes find one with a blue flame. These pots contain shield dragons. Shield dragons are friendly sprites who are attracted to the glow of Haven's energy shield. They can be very useful. Hold your shield out as you run, and the shield dragon will follow you anywhere. They can break otherwise unbreakable flaming pots and provide light in dark areas. Caution. A shield dragon who gets too close to a new fire pot will forget about you and make the fire pot his new home. Break the fire pot to free the shield dragon again, or keep him there for later use. Runestones. These ancient stones are of unknown origin. Their existence predates even the reign of Athelion. Finding these rare ancient stones will allow Haven to unlock great treasures. Pots. Pots are located all over Haven's worlds and contain an equal mix of help and danger. Learn to recognize the different kinds of pots on site, and your quest will be an easier one. The good, standard pots. These basic yellow pots are in plentiful supply and can be destroyed with a single shot. They either contain hearts or katana. Weapon pots. These pots look like standard pots, but have no lid and are indestructible. If you strike one, a weapon will be released. Energy pots. These purple pots provide an endless supply of shield energy. To energize, jump inside the pot. To perform a shield-enhanced super jump, press circle while inside an energy pot. Caution: this will deplete all of Haven's shield energy. Hint pots. When Haven strikes the green hint pots, his wrist orb will provide crucial data on how to proceed through the level. Shield dragon pots. A shield dragon pot looks very similar to a standard fire pot, but actually contains a very helpful shield dragon. Look closely and you'll see a blue glow in the flame on top of this pot. Smoke pots. Hit the smoke pots to release a cloud of thick fog. When many enemies are present, the smoke cloud can permit Haven to move around undetected. Rune pots. Rune pots don't appear often, but contain rune stones, the rarest items in the game. They're locked shut and quite indestructible. The only way to open one is to find all the silver keys on the rune pots level. The bad. Spiky pots. These are like standard pots, but with spiky defenses. Find its weak point and attack. Blinking pots. Strike a blinking pot and destroy it. When you do, several wireframe pots in the immediate vicinity will gain form. The newly formed pots might be helpful or dangerous, so keep a safe distance. Shielded pots. These pots contain some kind of goodie, but are protected by an energy shield. Haven will have to deplete his energy with a shield smash to break the pot. Fire pots. The fire pot is a solid red pot that lies and waits for a curious intruder. When it is struck, it explodes. Flaming pots. Another type of shielded pot that usually contains some kind of prize. These pots are protected by a wall of fire and can only be broken with the help of a shield dragon. The ugly. Bomb pots. When Haven enters the proximity range of these booby traps, the fuse is lit and they explode in a matter of seconds. Green acid pots. Pots that are filled with dangerous acid. If Haven even comes close, they become unstable and explode. Pot bots. An innocent looking pot, which is in reality a dangerous predator. It's tough to spot these in advance since they're practice mimics. Be on your guard. Machines and devices. The worlds of Haven's universe are littered with old machinery and strange artifacts. Some are derelict and can be rebuilt. Others simply need to be recharged. Here are a few of the most common. Power sticks. Power sticks are basic energy collectors that Haven will encounter just about everywhere. They can be used to store energy, to collect energy, and to power up larger machines. Stand close to a power stick and your shield energy will naturally flow into it. This charges up the power stick. Strike the power stick with your mag ball and you will recollect any energy that may be stored there. Mag Rider. Some power sticks, if they're fully charged, will activate a useful device called the Mag Rider. A bolt of pure energy will flow outward from the machine to a distant receptor. If Haven steps underneath the energy, he can use his mag ball to hitch a ride to otherwise unreachable destinations. Energy Spinner. This is an older mechanism that was traditionally used by Haven's race to generate power manually. They can be found still functional in a few locations. Hit the spinner with your mag ball and it will begin to generate shield power. Sphery Shield. Another device that can be activated by a fully charged power stick. When Haven steps on the Sphery Shield pad, his entire body is surrounded by his shield, providing complete invincibility. This shield depletes quickly, but Haven can extend its lifespan by picking up additional units of shield energy as he rolls along. Glass Shield. When Haven charges up the glass shield and steps on the pad, his body will turn transparent and he'll temporarily gain immunity from enemy fire. Again, the effect is short-lived. Find more shield energy units as you go, and you can preserve the glass shield. Mag Ball Grind. Look out for electrically charged ceilings with a purple glow. These are Mag Ball Grinds. Similar to Mag Riders, Haven can jump up with his Mag Ball and hitch a ride to a distant destination. Watch out though. Sometimes the path of a Mag Ball grind can be full of obstacles or tight corners. Use the left analog stick to steer Haven along a safe course. Obelisks. Scattered through the world are several of these strange beacons known as obelisks. Bring feathers to the obelisk and you can summon your mechanical bird, Talon. Talon. Life for a slave can be boring, especially for someone as inventive and restless as Haven. Talon is Haven's own creation, a fully independent mechanical bird built out of spare parts and stolen power cells. Throughout the quest, Haven can summon Talon by bringing a certain amount of feathers to the obelisks. Sometimes Talon can be used to fetch something too distant for Haven to reach, or possibly complete a high altitude task that Haven can't manage. And sometimes Talon can actually give Haven a ride. Weapons. The Mag Ball. Doctored out of Haven's standard issue mining laser. The Mag Ball and accompanying energy shield are powerful and versatile weapons. When Haven is on foot, press the square button to sling out the Mag Ball in a yo-yo shot. The charge at the tip is powerful enough to immediately disable most enemies and shatter most pots. The shield. Press the circle button to hold out your energy shield. This shield can deflect almost any particle weapon shot and protect Haven from all kinds of environmental dangers. Use L1 to crouch, and the shield becomes a perfect dome while crawling around. Experiment with the Mag Ball and the shield to find powerful combo attacks. For example, when both are pressed at once, Haven performs a charged spin attack. Perfect for when Haven just needs a little personal space. When the shield is held out in the ready position, it does not drain energy. When used to protect or deflect, it will lose power. Watch your energy meter. Other weapons. When Haven discovers alternate energy sources, represented by triangular icons, he can temporarily modify his Mag Ball into weapons of greater power. Familiarize yourself with the different varieties. Laser shot. Yellow. This is a basic, fast-moving projectile shot. Use it to disable distant enemies. Rapid fire cannon. Blue. Similar to the laser shot, but more highly concentrated for an uninterrupted burst of rapid fire. Hold down the fire button and unleash a little hurt. Ricochet cannon. Green. A rapid fire particle disperser that will bounce off walls and eliminate anything in its way. Indoor use not recommended. 5-way shot. Purple. Every time the 5-way shot is fired, a spread of projectiles will blanket your enemies in a V pattern, an effective weapon when Haven is surrounded. Plasma shot, orange. A loud, powerful burst of concentrated plasma. It's large, it's quick, and it's difficult to avoid. Look out for a light blue triangle. The energy source is too weak to make a decent weapon, but it comes in handy as a flashlight. Use it to shed a little light on dark corners. Power-ups for the Sun Surfer. Enemy ships may drop power-ups when they're destroyed. A talented pilot may be able to collect them while in the thick of battle. Double shot. The double shot power-up enables the twin cannons on the wings of the Sun Surfer. 2 shots for the price of 1. Triple shot. A dogfighter's best friend. When the triple shot is enabled, 2 missiles will fire out of the rear of the ship, along with the normal front gun. The missiles will curve around and seek enemies in the crosshairs. Hull shield. The Sun Surfer can also convert raw energy into a temporary shield for the hull. It's good for 1 hit and then expires. Watch out for aerial mines dropped by Vetch's fleet. They look like power-ups from a distance, but are deadly on contact. During your interstellar battle, your weapon icon will change as you acquire more power-up vortexes. Haven. A slave who dreams of a better life free from the bonds of slavery. Lately, he's been having a recurring dream of an ancient bell known as the Golden Voice that has a ring so powerful it wakes him from his slumber. During the day, when he isn't slaving away in the mines, Haven is a skilled inventor, an expert mechanic, and generally a loudmouth. Talon. Haven's greatest and only working creation. He's a bit bumbling in the beginning, but is a very fast learner. While Talon can only communicate in beeps and squawks, it's quite easy to understand him. Talon at times feels like Haven does not appreciate him enough and can be a little full of himself. While he may be a little self-centered, Talon can always be relied upon in a crunch. Chess. Haven's best friend. She too longs to one day be free from Vetch's grasp. She always seems to be getting herself into trouble. She likes Haven, but gets a little frustrated with some of his stupid ideas. Over time, however, she usually finds that he is right. Chess is the only person Haven can really trust. The Overlord. He is one of Vetch's more senior henchmen. He has earned more responsibility, but in doing so, he has also let some of his newfound power go to his head. He has even come to think he is as powerful as Vetch himself. The Overlord is good at following orders and protocol, but he's not very intelligent and is unable to function without Vetch's leadership. Vetch, an evil blight on the universe. Along with his army of minions, he travels from planet to planet, enslaving the inhabitants while stripping the planets of all natural resources. He's like the virus that he uses against the inhabitants, fast spreading and always deadly. He must be careful though, because every virus has a cure. His one fear is that the ancient legend of the golden voice will come true, and Athelion will return to Aurea and defeat him. Vetch has done everything he can to rid himself of this legend so he can rule unchallenged. Athelion, the true king of Aurea. 1,000 years ago, he departed his golden city to fight along his father in the great galactic crusade. Now his return is the only chance Haven and his people will have to free themselves from Vetch's tyranny.